What's good, everybody? It's Abwon, and this is the full court press where every season is the NBA season. I wanted to get you guys a video during the off season. It couldn't happen, but I'm back now. I'm back. That's all that matters. So anyway, we're about maybe 12 games into the season, give or take each team, with the schedule and all that. I was going to do one for a month, but that'll be around Thanksgiving. I'm not trying to do that because you know how Thanksgiving goes. But I got one for you now. So we're going to call this one the Hot Takes. And basically, this little box right here, I guess you could call it the basket, the penalty box, I guess you could call it. It's got random teams in here. It's got sheets of paper, as you can see. It's got all the teams in the NBA in here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to randomly just keep taking sheets out the box, and I'm just going to say something about the team and how they're doing right now. Right now, the season is relatively young, so things can change in about 2 weeks. But for all of you casual fans out there, or people that really haven't been paying too much attention to the NBA because maybe an NFL team is doing really good, shout out to the Raiders. Now's your time to figure out what's going on. So let's get started with the first one. You want to get it? You want to pull? That's my trusty thermographer right there. Thank you. The Houston Rockets, 8-3. I will say this about the Rockets. I love James Harden. He's a front runner for the MVP conversation. Again, I love watching him play. They're real entertaining. I think CP3 was a good addition to the team. However, I'm not taking the Rockets seriously until they can beat somebody in the postseason. I'm tired of seeing the triple doubles. Postseason comes, you don't beat anybody. Oh, I missed that. Thank you. The Detroit Pistons, 7-3. Oh, just so you know, this is all from November. What was yesterday? The 7th. These are all from the record as far as November 7th goes. Okay, so Detroit Pistons. I don't think it's a coincidence that now that Andre Drummond is hitting free throws, you guys are winning games. I'm gonna just call it a day. Next. The Memphis Grizzlies, 6-4. A lot of people talk trash about Rudy Gay. They said he was a ball stopper. He was a black hole on offense. He don't play defense, yada, yada, yada. They got rid of him this and the third. Okay, the Grizzlies, they went deeper in the playoffs without him. They got a better record without him. However, I feel like the Grizzlies were never able to take it to the next level because they were never able to bring in a swingman comparable to Rudy Gay. It's not about the points that he got you. It's about how he got the points. So, Marc Gasol, I like you, but you might have to head to greener pastures. And by green, I mean Celtics green. The Washington Wizards, 5-4. Y'all talk way too much. Every time I'm watching the Wizards game on TV, they're always losing or they're getting blown out, but they always lose. And they always pull some gimmick like we're going to wear all black to the game because it's their funeral. Or we feel like the Cavaliers tanked because they wasn't trying to see us in the second round or whatever you said. Y'all feel like y'all the best team in the East. Stop talking, play the game. John Wall, you're the man, but y'all talk too much. The Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks are 2-9. The only time people watch Hawks games is when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is not on TV. Like, let's just be real. Nobody watches Hawks games, even when they were the best team in the NBA. Like, and that was a farce. That was what, 2-3 years ago. You were the best team in the NBA. Whenever you watch games, nobody in the crowd was a Hawks fan. There was always jerseys for the other team, and whenever the Hawks made a basket, you'd hear like 3 people clapping because nobody cares about the Hawks. But 2-9, good luck. What we got here? What do we have here? Woo! The Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics, 9-2. Best record in the NBA right now, not the Warriors, my Boston Celtics. I'm not surprised. Last year you guys talked a lot of garbage. Oh, they're not a real #1 seed. Kitchen Kyrie out here cooking. No Gordon Hayward, no problem. That's all I'm going to say. Haters going to hate. We're going to keep winning anyway. What do we have here? The Brooklyn Nets. Speaking of the Boston Celtics, the Brooklyn Nets, because without you guys, we would not be where we're at today. 3-6. Oh, my gosh. Biggie asked where Brooklyn at. and I'm still waiting for the answer because y'all ain't nowhere in the standings. I'm having trouble with this. Oh, God. The Milwaukee Bucks, 4-5. You guys traded for Eric Bledsoe this afternoon. Excuse me. I feel like that's a good look for you guys. I feel like you guys are really overrated, though. People are crowning the Greek Freak like the best player in the league, like LeBron and Kevin Durant, like just retired. Some people said he's the greatest of all time, the greatest small forward of all time. But look at their record. Like, the Bucks are the best team on NBA highlights, and that's it. Because when you watch them on TV or you watch a game, you're like, you guys really aren't that good. Unless you're in transition. Thank you. The Charlotte Hornets, 5-5. I'm gonna say this about the Hornets. I really do like watching Kemba Walker play. That dude got handles. But you guys don't ever put any talent around this guy. Like, put somebody around him. Nicholas Batum, I like him, but he's more of like a role player. He's not like a second option. Marvin Williams, like really? Like Dwight Howard? Put some talent around him. Thank you. The Philadelphia 76ers, 5-4. You know, the Sixers are actually winning games now. They're not winning a lot, but they're still winning. They're better than they were the last couple of seasons. They say trust the process, this, that, and the third. They refer to Embiid or whoever, but every time they talk about the Sixers, they say trust the process. And we all know what the process was. Tanking. It's about time you guys actually took all the tanking and rocking the NBA of #1 picks and started to reap some benefits. Because I got tired of seeing you guys in the lottery every year. You're probably going to be in the lottery again, but you ain't going to be that high. But good job. Thanks. The LA Lakers. The LA Lakers, 5-5. You know what? The Lakers are the only lottery team that gets more TV time than teams that actually win games. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, now they're winning, but they're kind of not, but they kind of are, but they're still kind of not. There's a lot of hype around like Lonzo Ball now, like people on Twitter and in the sports world, they put these highlights up like, yo, he's unguardable, he carving up the defense. This guy's name is Lonzo Ball, and he's averaging 8 points a game. Like, that ain't balling, bruh. That's not balling, but we play y'all tomorrow night till we go get our 10th win. Shout out to the Celtics. Again, thanks. The Portland Trailblazers, 6-4. Or do we call them the Blazers now? Just regular Blazers, 6-4. I can't be the only one that misses Brandon Roy. I can't be, because I feel like we do the same thing with the Blazers every year. Damian Lillard is on highlights for knocking down buzzer beaters, going off for like 45 points, hitting all these threes. They don't beat anybody. People are pissed off on that team that they're snubbed from the All-Star game. They sneak into the playoffs and then they lose. Like, I'm done talking about them. Let there be NBA teams. The Denver Nuggets. 5-5. The Nuggets need to figure out a way to win games outside of relying on their high altitude. Like, every year, you guys traded Melo, threw shade at Melo, and haven't been relevant since. And they're from Colorado, so a heavy emphasis on high at this point. But 5-5, I mean, you are what you are, but that's probably going to turn into like a 5-9 in a couple days. All right. The Miami Heat, 4-5. Heat fans still think that Celtics fans are checking for them. Plot twist, we're not. You guys got Dion Waiters. You know, Hassan Whiteside had a lot of upside, but now they're questioning his effort, probably because they're losing. But your glory days are over. Stop living in the past, watching like LeBron James and Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade highlights. Like, see you in the lottery. Well, no, we won't see you, but we're almost there. The Orlando Magic, 6-4. 6-4. The Orlando Magic. The Magic are actually winning games. They were #1 in the East for about a hot second, and by a hot second, I mean like 2 games. So they're winning games. I don't know how, but shout out to Frank Vogel. Aaron Gordon's on a trading block for what? I don't know. I mean, he is athletic, but whatever. Next. The San Antonio Spurs, 6-4. I think I speak for everybody that it's about time this team started experiencing how it felt to lose. But you guys will be okay. Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard are injured right now. You guys will be okay. You guys are weathering the storm, but you are in the wet. You can't lose for too long. The Indiana Pacers, 5-5. You know what's crazy? You guys are playing better basketball, and I think you guys have a better record now than you did last year, and you have lesser talents now. That squad you had last year, Monte Ellis, Thaddeus Young, Miles Turner, Monte Ellis, Paul George, Jeff Teague. I think I said Monte twice. Anyway, I felt like that team was a top 5 team in the East, but I was sadly mistaken. But now you guys are balling. You're hovering around 500 here and there. Shout out to Oladipo. He's balling right now. All right. Thank you. The losers, the Sacramento Kings, 1-8. This is another team. You traded DeMarcus Cousins for basically a starburst and like some Skittles and maybe a draft pick. You didn't get anything. Like you threw shade at the man. You said he was immature, this and the third, and you brought in players, and your record is 1-8. Like, what are the Kings doing? Every year they're in the lottery. Every year they're in the lottery, and every year they lose games. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't know. All right. The Oklahoma City Thunder, 4-5. I like the Thunder. You're like my go-to team in 2K right now. The Thunder. I don't think there's enough basketballs to go around on that team, but that's the coach's job to figure it out. Westbrook, you the man. You know what I'm saying? You deserved that MVP last year. Melo, I know you're happy to get out of New York because I would be too. You guys are just going to have to deal with the chemistry issues for now, but I think you'll be fine. You got a lot of athleticism and scoring on that team, though. The Cleveland Cavaliers, 4-6. That is not a typo. 4-6 as it stands today. LeBron's going to be all right, though. 1, he's LeBron. 2, they got a lot of talent on that team, and they do have a lot of injuries. 3, they're in the East. Like, you guys are going to be okay. You guys are going to be fine. When Isaiah comes back, D. Rose is not going to have to worry about, like, leading your team. You guys will be okay. The Utah Jazz, 5-5. Gordon Hayward was the only reason why people even checked your team. And not that many people even checked your team to begin with. Like, the Jazz, you're 5-5. I mean, you are what you are. Like, you're 5-5. Like, I don't know. The Toronto Raptors, 5-4. Shout out to Drake, that's my guy. The Raptors, your window was wide open when you guys played the Nets, and you blew it in Game 7. People talk more about the Sixers now than they do the Raptors. Like, nobody really cares about the Raptors. I know I sure don't. Nobody really cares about the Raptors. Like, next. Who's this? Who is this? The LA Clippers, 5-4. Clippers fans are only Lakers fans when the Lakers aren't playing. You guys must really hate CP3. You know what? When there were rumors that CP3 and DeAndre Jordan didn't get along, I feel like those rumors were true because when DeAndre Jordan was about to leave to go to Dallas, they held this man hostage in his own home. But CP3 wanted to trade, they got rid of him like this, like that. I remember I couldn't turn on a game without seeing the Clippers game on TV. I couldn't turn on the TV without watching Blake Griffin commercial. The Optima does. The Optima does. Now nobody cares about them. Life comes at you real fast. The Phoenix Suns, 4-6. You guys just traded Eric Bledsoe today to the Bucks, like I said earlier. You guys got a lot of shooters on that team, man. I don't think you know what to do with them. Trade some of those to the Pelicans. They need some shooters on that squad. Yeah. The Golden State Warriors, 7-3. Not a bad record, but to their standards, I mean, people are they're slipping, but it's still a good record. Like, there's nothing to say about the Warriors outside of they're the most disrespectful team in the NBA. These guys shoot threes from half court and then turn around before seeing if the ball goes in. Like, you can't even go to a pickup game without everybody shooting threes from the other side of the court now. Like, it's ridiculous. The Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans. Outside of sounding like a hockey team, you guys are 5-5. You know, Watch him boogie in the brow, that's Anthony Davis. Play basketball is like poetry in motion. But you guys need some shooters. You got no spacing. When Rondo comes, y'all gonna eat, but you still need some shooters. Holla at the Suns, man. Take some shooters from them. Damn. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 7-3. You guys got a squad now, man. If you guys don't make the playoffs, Tibbs, you on a hot seat, man. You on a hot seat. But you guys got a squad now. I don't want to see you guys in the lottery. Even if you make the 8th seed, just make the playoffs. Please, just make the playoffs. The Chicago Bulls, 2-6. If you ever seen the Chicago Bulls roster? It's like playing a game of Guess Who, yo. You're just looking at the screen like who's that? Who's this? Like you don't recognize anybody. And last year they were talking about, oh, if Rondo didn't get injured, we would have swept the Celtics. Okay, if you really felt that strongly about it, why didn't you bring him back? I don't even think the players felt that way because all of them left. They all left. So, the hell? What you doing? The Dallas Mavericks, 1-10. So I remember last night we were getting the teams together, right? And my filmographer, the female that's taking this stuff out the box, she was like, "There's a team in the NBA that's 1-10." And I said, I thought it was the Kings. But then I thought to myself, I said, you know what? That's got to be the Mavericks. Because every time I see the Mavericks score on ESPN, where they show the thing on the bottom, they're never in yellow. And when they're in white, that means they lost. So I knew they were bad, but I didn't think they were this bad. Mark Cuban, man, I know you're stressed out. You're probably going bald right now. You got to trade Dirk. Dirk, you deserve better, man. You need to demand the trade. 1-10, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Dun, 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 dun. The New York Knicks, 5-4. You know what? I didn't think you guys were going to be above 500, but, 2 weeks, you guys will be 5-11. Everybody's crowning Porzingis like the basketball god, the unicorn saved New York basketball. I don't think so. Let's be real. Once you guys go on a losing streak, Porzingis, you're gonna be getting booed too. They're gonna want to run you out of town too. So enjoy the glory days right now. I mean, it's the Knicks, it's the Knicks. You know what? Knicks tickets are always high. Those games they're always selling out games for no reason. Like, I'm from New Jersey. There's way more better things to do in New York than go to see a Knicks game. Like, you guys need to let Dolan know, we're not going to come to these games and watch these teams. You got to put better products on the floor. It is what it is, man. That's all the NBA teams right there. I don't think I forgot anybody. I don't think so. But I'll be back in a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you thought. Maybe you thought I was too harsh about your squad. It is what it is. Like I said, it was just hot takes. We're not getting into long debates. It's just how it is right now. Things will change in about another 2 weeks. Things will change. Maybe my Celtics will lose and the Cavs will win. Who knows at this point? I don't know. But hit me up, ABWON on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe, comment. Oh, hit me up on PSN too. I'm starting an NBA 2K18 league, online league with the fantasy draft. Let me know. Hit me up, add me, it's ABWON, add me, let me know you want to join, we could go from there. I got about 12 people now. I'm trying to fill up all the other roster spots. Remember, we got a fantasy draft, and we only play on Hall of Fame. You play on rookie, do not hit me. We don't play that way. I'm out of here, y'all. Be safe. Peace.